Hey everyone, Stu from Body Fit Solutions here to go through a great thigh muscle release using the foam roller and a lacrosse ball. I'm going to start with the lacrosse ball. I'm going to work this ball up into the upper hip flexor areas. If you just find where your hip bone is, so that bony protrusion at the top of your thigh there, if we just drag that ball down 2 or 3 inches, that's where we're going to be resting on. Okay, so we take to the floor with that. Ball on the floor, and just gently bring yourself down onto the ball, easily. And then from there, the other leg is bent to the side like so. And then you can support with your arms like so. And just try and work slowly moving this into any painful spots. Alternatively, we can bring our arms down like this and we can completely chill, more relaxed. Just imagine if you sit for periods of time, these areas get really tight. And as we stand up and try and move around, if our quadriceps are tight and our hips are tight, it's going to ruin our posture. It's going to almost make our walking and running really challenging and bring pain. So we do this to help rid ourselves of pain, to hydrate the fascia and the muscles, and to give us a little bit more available hip extension. Okay, I would suggest 2 minutes on each side with the cross ball. Then we can take to the foam roller. Couple of ways to do this one. First of all, you need the foam roller shunted off to one side. So then I've got room for my bent leg to sit in this spot here. So we're going to bring the roller up into your upper thigh muscle now. So where you had the lacrosse ball, we're going to bring the foam roller down a few inches into your upper thigh. Okay? Elbow on the floor, and you can hold posture like this. We could very gently, after several seconds in each spot, just edge the body forward a bit and adjust. So in time, you are working the roller in stages down the leg. Hold on the spots that feel like they're more painful because they're the parts that are going to need it. My only argument with this is, as you're in this position, especially if you're new to it and I'm holding, I can be very much, see if my lower back there is very curved. Okay, I need some support under my belly for this. If you've got some spare cushions, pillows lying around, here's one I made earlier. So I can bring 2 or 3 of these little pillows, and then this gives me some support. Because the key with myofascial release a lot of the time is to be relaxed. So I can bring that roller off center, I can bring that into the spot I need, and then from here, adjust the pillows completely on my front, and then I can relax and be comfortable in this position with support. Look at the difference in my spine now. I'm in a neutral spine position in my lumbar spine. I've still got the weight of my right leg relaxed on that roller. It feels uncomfortable where the roller is, granted, but at least I'm comfortable during the release. I'm not stressing myself out holding on my shoulder blades like this. That's the second one. As we stage this up a little bit further from the foam roller, we adapt. This one will begin to feel a little bit easier on the fascia and the muscle. We adapt this to using a medicine ball, okay? So a lot of our clients are body fit now, they're regular, use the med ball regularly with these releases for some great results. Very similar, bring it into the upper thigh muscle, leg bent, and then we can go either one elbow on the floor like so, or we can bring it down. Same as before, use the cushions to give you that support. It's really key that we are relaxed when we do the releases. And then as with before, we do it in stages. We can lift off, place the ball a little bit lower down the leg, and ultimately try and relax the leg as you're on it. Let the leg totally go. Almost feel like the weight of your leg on that ball is conforming itself around the shape of the ball. It feels quite painful, to be fair. On any of these, if you're starting off, it's just about doing it regularly. Oh, yeah, that feels like it's doing the trick. So 2 to 5 minutes each leg, I would suggest to begin with. Start with the lacrosse ball, then the foam roller, progress to a medicine ball after several weeks, even months. Be very patient with this, okay? These muscles are tight, it's going to take a while for them to lengthen out. And then we're going to give them a good stretch after that. Cool. Hey everyone, Stu from Body Fit Solutions. Just following on from the myofascial release is techniques I did with you using the foam roller and the lacrosse ball to release tension from the front line, being particularly your quadriceps and hip flexors. This one is a unique stretch that's going to bring some tension to the front line. Okay, so it's going to really give us availability to be able to hip extend and lengthen out these areas. Okay, you need a wall or a chair. and also something to kneel on, whether it be a cushion or a head block, anything you've got at your disposal that's going to give your knee a little bit more comfort. Okay, so pretty straightforward. Bring your knee onto the cushion, and then I'll start with that about a foot away from the wall to begin with. Then the foot comes up onto the chair or the wall. We skedoodle the other leg around in front like so, and then very tentatively to begin with, just bring your torso upright, and let's bring yourselves to a kind of an elongated position. Okay. So if that feels pretty like it's pulling on that thigh muscle, you don't need to do anything else. You can just hold that tension, take some deep breaths. I would suggest about 1 minute to 2 minutes each side, but I want you to feel like there's tension in that pull. There's nothing passive about this stretch. Okay, once you feel we want to progress with this, we can do two things. Firstly, we institute what we call a heel drag. So I'm pressing my front foot into the floor. I'm creating a bit of traction with that as I pull my foot backwards, but don't actually move it. Okay, that should grip your hamstring a little bit on the front leg, but also bring a bit more tension and a bit more feel to the stretch we've got here. Once we keep that heel drag, I want you to tilt your pelvis posteriorly. So we're going to tilt your pelvis up this way, and that should bring that stretch into a totally different level. So we've got the heel drag going on, I've got my posterior tilt of my pelvis with my back foot raised. Feel the tension in the stretch. If it's too much for you, you can kind of come out of there just for a moment, ease off. There, the tension's gone. I create the tension by bringing my torso up to vertical, heel drag with the posterior tilt of my pelvis up. One more thing to add, pull your navel in, elevate your rib cage, and I want you to be nice and upright with your posture here. The more you pull the heel back, the more you tilt your pelvis up, the more you're going to feel the stretch. The more we feel the stretch, the quicker the gains we're going to get. Great one to do after the release. Using the foam roll, the med ball and all that. I would suggest doing this a good 2 minutes each side. Try it every other day. Try it, then go out for a walk. Try it after you've been sitting down for too long. And I guarantee you'll be feeling so much better in your movements. Thank you.